Hey, it's Stephanie Pruitt, and I'm checking in on the very first day of 30 by 30 by 30. I've just visited the 30 Americans exhibit at the Frisk Center for the Visual Arts at Nashville, Tennessee, and the work of art that I selected for today's writing is Glenn Ligon's Stranger Number 21. Stranger Number 21 was created in 2005. It's acrylic, coal dust, silk screen, gesso, and oil stick on canvas. So it's a mixed media work, and it's this gorgeous, gorgeous large-scale canvas, all black. And because of the coal dust, you get a lot of the sparkles in it, and it really made me think about all that goes into the color black and the variations of color from something that initially seemed like a monochromatic, kind of monolithic canvas. So that was really amazing. Why don't I share the poem and I'll talk about the process. There's a dazzle in this dim landscape, the familiarity of being a stranger when at home and abroad. I mean, map this, follow the lines of my story. No legend, no model drawn to scale, just the black on the black, smeared across black, between black lines, all set a sparkle. You get it? Can you read the trail of footnotes? Just so you know, I started with a pattern, had the grid laid out, but gravity and wind are all around me, all around. And my idea of home does not stick to my back. It travels in, it travels in, here we go. Okay, and my idea of home does not stick to my back. It travels in whatever I pack, beyond the lines, etched memory deep. This is no tragedy, though. There is a diamond inside every idea, and I'm mining constantly, minding my business of making me. Keep up, buddy. Read if you will, but feel me. You feel me? All right, first draft. So let me show you. It's a pretty messy, all over the place draft. Those were the second two pages. Let me show you the first two. I don't know, this is really, having done this now, I'm wondering what I got myself into, but something that was really interesting to me. As I started writing, you look at this work by Glenn Ligon, and clearly there are lines where he actually stenciled the text from a James Baldwin essay. It's a 1953 essay that Ligon was interested in called Stranger in the Village, I believe. Let's see, am I lying to you? No, it's right, Stranger in the Village, a 1953 essay where James Baldwin was talking about the feeling of being a stranger and encountering otherness while in this small village in Switzerland. And so the work on canvas that Ligon has created has all of these lines that were clearly mapped out very neatly, but because he's working with coal dust, they get smeared over time. And so the piece is constantly crossing the lines above and below it, and as a viewer, I found myself wanting to really read the text, but it was so smeared, the lines were so smeared that it was difficult to kind of cross over and get to a place of clear understanding. But that's how it often is with art. There isn't one simple, clear, aha moment understanding. You have to kind of traverse the lines and reach a point, almost like those pictures where you have to go in and out with your focus to actually see it. You can't focus just directly. You have to move in and out and find an aha moment for yourself. It's like that. I had to just traverse the lines and reach a point where I felt something that kind of goes beyond just literal understanding. And as this first day of writing for me, it was very much a line crossing moment. I was sitting in the parking lot here at the Frisk Center, actually just ready to throw up and really scared and thinking, okay, this is a line that I created. The boundaries of this whole project, writing every day, is a line that I drew for myself, but then when I was encountered with crossing the line, it suddenly hit me the immensity of what I was doing and the challenge of it. And this isn't meant to be like some wow, oh, she's an artist, it's so hard to create, even though sometimes that's true. I mean, I love writing. I get energy from it, but creating these lines that make such a small boundary of how I'm supposed to create was really difficult today for me to cross and just jump into. And I reached a point with my husband's help, who just kind of pushed me in a way. I reached a point where I just had to jump in, feel it, experience what I was experiencing, and wade through it. So there's something about crossing certain lines that are extremely uncomfortable, where you're just questioning what's on the other side, that you have to do to reach something that you've made. And I imagine Glenn Ligon, who I've never met, but I imagine in the work that he's creating, he clearly had a plan. You see that the letters are stenciled, the lines, the grid is there. But over time in making it, it changed. The experience became different. And I think a lot of times as audience members, when we're engaging with visual art, we want to see clear lines. We want to know what we know, see what we see. But that's just not the reality of creativity most times. So this was definitely one of those cross the line days for me. I'm glad I did. I have this first draft. I'll work on it a little bit, but kind of in the lines that I've drawn for this project, I'm keeping myself to writing within a 1 hour period, writing and recording these blogs within a 1 hour period. So what I have is what I have. I might move around some line breaks, and I'll obviously type it up so I can actually read it when I'm reading it. But some of the lines and phrases that I'm interested in and I want to understand what I was really thinking of more. I love the first line, there's a dazzle in this dim landscape. And of course I'm thinking of Gerard Manley Hopkins' poem Pied Beauty and the phrase a dazzle dim. But a few other kind of ideas that were interesting to me. The idea of traveling and taking home with you everywhere you go, it becomes this cliche thing, like the whole turtle with the home on its back. But really, as a person who's encountered racism, I think you like to think that there are places where you go where you won't feel and encounter that. But the question becomes, what is home? How do you get there? And how do you take it with you in a protective way? And then just the idea of clarity. There's not just a clear thread in the piece, in the visual piece. And I think I found that in the poem. I was interested in creating a poem that didn't have just this obvious, clear coherence at all times, but was stringing you through. So like the lines, you get it? Can you read the footnotes? Keep up, read if you will, like urging you to keep going through it. Like there are these moments of clarity and coherence that keep going through. I don't know, I'm rambling at this point. I'm at a place where I just need to feel what I feel, think what I think, and not be afraid to just write it and figure it out later. So I hope you'll continue to do that with me. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Oh, this is something I like. Can you see my little sticker? So anytime you come to, here we go. Anytime you come to the Frisk Center, you get a number sticker for the date. So this is how you can like check up on me and make sure I'm really doing this every day. It says 27 today since it's the 27th. So make sure you watch for tomorrow and see that my sticker says 28. All right, bye y'all.